Welcome to this Vital Elixir explainer. Let's just kick things off with a quick moment of honesty. Right now, at this very second as you're listening to me, I want you to pause and just notice your physical posture. How does your body actually feel? Think about a guy like John. John is a 55-year-old who just came to believe that waking up with a stiff neck and ending his day feeling absolutely exhausted was just, a normal, unavoidable part of getting older. He completely accepted it. But what if it isn't just aging? What if it's something entirely in your control? Well, let's explore John's journey today, because honestly, his story might just be your story too.
So, are your shoulders rolled forward right now? Is your chin kind of jutting out toward the screen as you listen to this? If you're nodding yes, and if you feel that familiar dull ache in your upper back, and that heavy fatigue that seems to just drag you down by mid-afternoon, you are absolutely not alone. We live in a modern world that is constantly pulling us forward. John lived in that exact same world, hunched over his devices, until he discovered some really fascinating health literature that explained what was actually happening mechanically, and more importantly, how he could easily reverse it.
60. Now, this is a shocking biomechanical truth. Your head naturally weighs about 10 to 12 pounds, basically the weight of a bowling ball. But for John, and really for most of us, every single inch your head tilts forward to look at a phone or a laptop, the effective weight on your cervical spine doubles. So by the time John's chin was jutting out just 3 inches, his neck muscles and spinal discs were bearing the equivalent of 60 pounds of pressure. Just imagine carrying a 60-pound weight on your neck all day long. No way you wouldn't feel completely drained by the afternoon, right?
This constant strain leads to a condition doctors call upper cross syndrome. It's a condition where your chest muscles become chronically tight and short, pulling you forward, while your upper back muscles become overstretched and incredibly weak. This syndrome, not just getting older, was the real culprit behind John's fatigue. As we cross into our late 40s, 50s, and beyond, our spinal discs naturally lose a little bit of hydration, and our muscles lose some of that youthful elasticity. When you combine that normal aging process with decades of looking down, it creates a perfect storm that restricts your movement and just saps your daily energy.
John's real turning point was realizing his daily symptoms were actually hidden mechanical signs of posture strain. First off, chronic tension headaches. When your head shifts forward, these tiny muscles at the base of your skull have to work overtime just to keep your eyes level. This constant inflammation compresses nerves, causing headaches. Second, shallow breathing and unexplained fatigue. When your shoulders round, your rib cage literally collapses inward. You can't take deep belly breaths, meaning your brain gets less oxygen, which leads to that heavy afternoon brain fog. And third, numbness or tingling in the hands. The nerves supplying your arms exit right through your neck. When your neck tilts forward, those openings narrow and pinch the nerves. John thought this tingling was just age, when it was really just mechanical compression.
This is perfectly summarized by this quote from the National Institutes of Health. They state, "Correcting forward head posture can measurably improve lung capacity and respiratory function." For John, realizing that fixing his posture wasn't about vanity, it wasn't about his mom telling him to stand up straight, that changed everything. It was about vital biomechanics. It was about deep breathing, protecting his nerves, and keeping his long-term independence. But first, a quick warm reminder. Please always consult your healthcare professional or a physical therapist before starting new exercises, especially if you have a history of spinal injuries, chronic conditions, or osteoporosis. We want to ensure your safety and honor our commitment to your long-term well-being. Always listen to your body and just go at your own pace. All right, fix number 1 became John's daily turning point, the chin tuck. This is arguably the single most effective exercise for tech neck. You simply look straight ahead and gently draw your chin straight back horizontally, kind of like you're trying to make a double chin. Hold that for 3 to 5 seconds, release, and repeat 10 times. John started doing this at red lights and while sitting at his desk. It beautifully resets your head right back to its proper 10-pound alignment over your spine. Next is fix number 2, thoracic extension. We really need to open up that stiff, rounded upper back. You can take a firm foam roller, or honestly, just a rolled up bath towel. Place it horizontally across your mid-back on the floor, support your head, and gently lean back over it while taking deep breaths. For John, this became his favorite evening relief. Now, if you have osteoporosis or any mobility limitations, please adapt this safely. You can skip the floor entirely and instead do gentle seated chest openers in a supportive chair. Moving right along to fix number 3, strengthening the anti-hunch muscles. John soon realized that stretching his tight chest was really only half the battle. To actually hold his new upright posture throughout the day, he had to wake up the anti-hunch muscles in his upper back. Because without strengthening those, gravity's just going to pull you right back down into a slump.
The gold standard for this is the band pull-apart. You just hold a light resistance band at chest height with straight arms and pull the band apart purely by squeezing your shoulder blades together. Imagine you're pinching a pencil right between your shoulder blades. Hold for 2 seconds, then return to the start. Doing 2 sets of 15 works absolute wonders. And hey, if you don't have a band, no problem at all. You can do an equipment-free version just by sitting tall, squeezing those shoulder blades together firmly for 5 seconds, and repeating that 10 times throughout your day.
The first environmental change is the phone rule. Look, we all have this dangerous habit of looking down at our laps, right? Putting 60 pounds of pressure on the neck. The simple, neck-saving rule is bringing the phone right up to eye level. John admitted it felt kind of silly at first to hold his phone up high in public, but the immediate relief in his neck made it completely worth it.
And this naturally builds right into the screen rule. Hunching over a low laptop monitor just forces your whole upper body to collapse inward. The solution John used was remarkably easy. Elevate the top third of your monitor so it sits at or slightly below your eye level. Just getting a cheap laptop stand and plugging in an external keyboard can completely transform your alignment for the better.
To tie all your environment changes together, I want to introduce the 30-minute reset. This was the final piece of John's transformation. Set a timer on your phone. Every 30 minutes, stand up, do just one shin tuck, roll your shoulders back, and take one deep restorative belly breath. It breaks the cycle of static strain and turns this into an automatic daily rhythm.
Your posture is quite literally the physical manifestation of how you move through life. So I have a question for you today. Which of these simple posture fixes are you going to try first? Will it be the chin tuck at the next red light, or maybe the gentle towel roll stretch this evening? Take that one practical next step today. Thank you so much for trusting Vital Elixir as your source for honest, evidence-based wellness. Stand tall, breathe deep, and embrace your vitality.
Thank you for your time. Subscribe for more health education. Like the video and share it to help others stay informed.